take a look at this. Let's see, how big is this? Yeah, that's fine. Um, so over the weekend, my local park had a festival celebrating the park itself, and there was a lot of stuff there. There was live music, there was a lot of food, all sorts of games and stuff. But there was also a boating club, a RC model boating club that had some of their stuff on display. So let's watch this real quick. I set this to Weezer, so I'll just leave it muted, I guess. Yeah, some of the examples of the boats here. And it's really neat because these boats are seaworthy. They can, well, I don't know if I want to say seaworthy, but they can go on the water. I missed it. I think they took these out on the water earlier in the day, but the amount of detail that they had was really cool. And there's a bunch of different scales. Um, some of these could be like 1 in 20th, 1 in 35th scale, and then some of them are like way bigger, like, because this one guy put up a Captain Picard uh, model here. We'll probably see it. They might have had some kind of like armament, yeah, they may have. It depends on the boat, right? Because there's all sorts of different boats. And yeah, some of them had history, yeah, so this would have been, yeah, there's some kind of, yeah, there's Picard right there. Um, yeah, some really cool stuff. I think I have a few more pictures, or they might be the same ones. Well, yeah, really nice detail. Um, see. Yeah, I like this one a lot. This is a research vessel. I think it's called the Shinkaisen. It's a Japanese like submersible research thing, technical term. Uh, I really like this. You can buy models of this, and I think there was even a Lego model of it too. Really cool. Well, Boatpla. Honestly, I really want to get like a pirate ship, like the kind that's made out of wood. I think that might be fun. And there's Picard. A pirate ship? Yeah, I've seen them around, but like honestly, there's ones that are fairly inexpensive, relatively speaking, to Gunpla, and then there's some that are obscene, like insanely expensive model kits. So, so I don't know. Like obviously I don't want to buy like a super expensive one, but if it's like really small and easy and shitty, like it's probably not a great indicator of the experience. But yeah, that this one's really neat. Um, yeah, and that's the Rideau Nautical Modelers Club, rideaunautical.ca, RC Boat Club of Ottawa. Just happened upon that. I did see them. I did see them last year, but we didn't stop. I just saw them as we were like driving by it. And I was like, what is that? That looks so cool. So so luckily, we were just kind of in the area walking around town, and I saw this. So I actually even got to talk to one of the builders. I talked to this guy, Picard. No, I talked to the guy who made this, and it was kind of funny because he saw me looking at this stuff really closely, and I think he kind of got the impression, he may have scouted me out, that I was a fellow model builder. 16, those boats are nice. Yeah, they're pretty nice, right? There's a bunch of different ones, but they're all really nice. He looked at me and he was like, are you in the hobby? And I was like, oh, I build model kits, but... And in my mind, I was about to say Gunpla. I don't know if he... They're all fairly older gentlemen. They're all like, I don't know, like middle-aged, like retirement age. I don't know if you know what Gunpla was or is. So I was like, I build science fiction models. I was like, oh, I don't build boats, but I build sci-fi models. He was like, oh yeah, yeah, that's cool. You know, and then we looked at Picard. I pointed to Picard, and he told me that that was his favorite show. So he wanted to get Picard in there. But yeah, we had a little chat, and I asked him like, how much of these models are custom built, and how much of it is like factory, you know, like a pre-made model that you assemble. And he said it was like not 50-50, but maybe like 70-30. It depends on the build, but for example, this one, I think it's safe to say like the basic hull was like prefab, and then all the details he kind of went in and added himself. Like he was saying he had to do like wood bending techniques, where you heat the wood up. Like maybe that's a good example. You heat the wood and then you can bend it. Maybe you kind of steam it or something, and then you bend it into shape. And then, yeah, smaller details. It's a combination, like the brass maybe is custom. And then this is a part of the engine. It's kind of hard to see, but even back here, there's like an engine of some kind. And he said those are all pre-made, like, and he gets them from US, Japan, China, Australia. And I asked him like, is there a difference in quality between something that you get in China versus Japan? And he was, maybe that was a bit of a leading question, but I just wanted to know. And he was like, yeah, like the Japanese stuff is just like really, really well made, very precise, you know, measurements and stuff. And the Chinese stuff, the engines in this case, and mind you, these are functional engines. These are things that you put like something in, and like gas or whatever, and then they go around. He was saying like you kind of have to go in there and fix some things, tweak some things to get it right, to get it the way you want. But he didn't really mind that, especially in light of how much it was, or how little it cost, rather, right? Like, you know, it was so, the engines and all of that stuff, really good price. You just have to go in there and do a little tweaking and stuff. So yeah, that was pretty neat. This boat club, and honestly, next year I want to try and catch them out on the water and see them move around, because I think that would be really fun.